Thank you. Good morning. Welcome to your 7 a.m. here at Yoga Wild, downtown Tacoma. My name is Kara. My pronouns are she, her. And today we're really just going to center and ground ourselves. How's that sound? I would like you, if you've got props at home, 2 blocks would be useful, and I think that'll do it. All right, Casey gave me a thumbs up. We are live. So please begin on your backs in constructive rest. Feet as wide as your sticky mat. Lay yourself back. The knees fall together. And place your left hand on your heart, your right hand on your abdomen. Settle yourself back. Begin to take smooth, even breaths. Soften your elbows. Soften your knees. So by rooting ourselves down, finding our centers today, just coming back to our sense of self. There is certainty in yourself. And we sure need that now, with all the uncertainty around us. Feel your hands rise and fall with your breath. And know throughout this class, if there are any modifications you need to make, please do that. This is your class. I'm just guiding you. And then unfurl the arms out into a T and separate the knees. And drop both knees to the right. Your top knee is heavy, lengthening down to the bottom of the mat. And your left armpit is reaching away on a long diagonal. Press the top hip, the left hip slightly forward and up. Opening the hip flexors. And then roll onto your back. And drop your knees to the left side. Might feel a little different on this side. Lengthen the top knee down. Lengthen the right armpit up. Once again, rocking side to side a little more quickly this time. Knees drop to the right. And rolling up through center, drop your knees to the left. Back into center, pull your knees in, reach behind the knees, pull yourself into a little seed shape. Take a couple rocks, rock and roll as we say, maybe 3 times down the length of your spine. And then shift to all fours. You know you like to have some padding under your knees. You can use a blanket. Palms press down. Knees and shins press down. Really feel your shins and tops of the feet pressing. Palms press. And then arch the back. Lift the chin looking up. And exhale, round into cat pose. Undulating through the spine. And exhale, rounding. Arching again. And press and round. Good. Feels so good. Finding your neutral. Step your knees back just an inch or two. Tuck your toes. Press up and back. Downward facing dog. Yes. Bending one knee, then the other. Stretching out your calf muscles. Pressing down and back. And then reaching both heels fully towards the floor, shift into plank pose, pausing here. Good. Try and find the nice long plank, reaching through the crown of the head and reaching back through the heels. Exhale, downward facing dog. Flowing 3 more times like that. Inhale, forward, lengthen, heels and crown, reach away. Exhale back. Shifting forward. Navel to spine. Thighs are lifting without lifting the hips. Pressing back. This time as you roll forward into plank, pause here and slowly lower yourself down. Option to lower the knees to come to your belly. Cobra pose. So for today, we're going to do lots of cobras, no upward facing dogs. Separate the feet. This is as wide as your mat. Little toes are splaying out to the sides. Inhaling, lift the chest. Whole back engaged. Pull the elbows in. Lift a little higher and then dissolve all the way down. Inhaling once again, pressing up, roll the elbows, splay the little toes out, and dissolve down. Engaging the back chain, Bhujangasana, Cobra pose, last time. And dissolve completely. Press up and back to downward facing dog. You can go through all fours to lift up. Take 3 full breaths here. Any movement you may like. Bring the head, the ears, in line with the arms. And then looking forward, walk yourself to the top of the mat. Parallel feet hip distance, reach for your opposite elbow and let your head dangle in the frame of the arms, folding, draping the torso. Gently nod your head, releasing the back of the neck, shake your head. Soften the knees as much as or as little as you'd like. Release the arms and slowly roll up to stand. Adjust your outfit. Okay. Gonna do a little connected vinyasa here. Taking it nice and slow. So start in your mountain pose here at the top of your mat. I'm going to turn to face you. Make like a mountain. Mount Rainier. Solid and magnificent. Reaching up through the crown of the head. Rooting down through the soles of the feet. Inhaling, sweep the arms up, looking up, and exhale, dive over the legs. Hands to shins, inhale, lift up halfway, press your hands into your shins, shins into your hands. Plant the hands, step back to your plank pose. Once again, lowering down all the way to the belly. Knees can lower. Bhujangasana, Little toes splay out, cobra pose. Dissolve down, back to downward facing dog. Lift your right leg high. Step the right foot to the right thumb. Bring your blocks in right underneath your feet, your shoulders, sorry. Framing your front foot. Create a little pulse here. Start by taking in air, inhaling and rounding. Inhale, pull in the prana. And exhale, expand the spine. Again, inhale, pull it in. And exhale, expand. Again, pulling it in. And exhale, expand. Step the blocks out. Plank pose. Lower down. Bhujangasana. Exhale back. Downward facing dog. Left leg lifts. Step the left foot to the left thumb. Your left hand can help the foot get there. Walk the blocks in. And again, inhale, coil. Exhale, expand. Again, inhale, coil. Exhale, expand. Third one, inhale. And exhale. Blocks to the side. Stepping back. Lowering. Arching. Downward facing dog. Inhale, reach your right leg. Step your right foot to your right thumb. All the way into your low lunge. Blocks, walk in. Taking a twist here, move your left hand in a little closer to your right foot. And inhale, sweep your right arm open, turning the ribs. Exhale, hug your thigh, wrap your arm underneath your leg. And then sweep open on the inhale. Again, exhale, wrapping in. And inhale, opening. Sorry, I might be losing my pack. Third one, wrapping in. And inhale, open. Place the hands, step back through plank. Lower down to your belly. Inhale up. Bhujangasana. Exhale back. Downward facing dog. Second side, left leg lifts high. Step the left leg forward in your lunge. Walk the blocks in. Bring that right block about 2 inches from your left foot. Sweep the left arm. Exhale, wrap the thigh, give yourself a hug. Inhale, sweeping open. Good. Really hook your thigh and wrap and squeeze. Inhale, open. Last one, wrap and squeeze. And inhale, open. Stepping back to plank. Slowly lower down, press into the fingertips. Splay the little toes. Press back, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg high. Step your right foot to your right thumb. Find your blocks. Blocks lengthen forward as you float your left leg. Jiva squat. Fold the left leg behind your knee, looking forward. Then inhale, extend your legs. Keep your gaze forward. Once again, tuck and lower. And inhale, expand and reach. Last one, tuck and lower. Expand and reach. Slowly lower back.
Finding your lunge, back to plank, lower, down, expand up, dissolve, and press. Left leg lifts. Step your left foot to your left thumb. Blocks lengthen out as you launch your right leg high. Exhale, tuck your knee. And inhale, extend your leg. Keep your gaze, your drishti forward. This pumping action is happening in the legs entirely. Jiva squat. Squat low. And inhale, expand. Good. Control the descent. Finding a lunge. Step back to your plank. Lower down. Arching back. And downward facing dog. Looking forward between the hands. Walk to the top of your mat. Forward fold, reaching for your opposite elbow once again. Let the head drape. Take a big inhale and exhale out the mouth. Arms soften, release, and roll up to stand. All right. There must be a better way for me to do this. I think I'll put it inside. Excellent. Okay. Now we're going to do a little bit of core work. Come onto your back, please, for Supta Bekasana. Supine frog. Legs are wide. Pull the toes back towards your shins. Interlace the hands behind your head. Your hands behind your head. Good. And then lift the shoulders off the floor. So we'll move through this little flow, pulling the knees and elbows together, opening back up into frog, and then extending the knees and ankles. Once again, frog, curling in the whole time. Keep your shoulders lifted. That's what becomes the challenge for the core. Really feeling the power in your center. Extend the legs. And again, bend. Curling in. Back to frog. And extend. One more. Knees bend. Curling in. Open the knees. Keep the legs extended. Reach through the legs. Pizza delivery. Pulsing. Reach. 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Lengthen all the way back. Good. Lengthen your body long. Reach your arms overhead. Legs long. Stretch out your belly. Give you a different view for this next little bit. This is a eagle leg press. Bending both knees, cross the right thigh on top of the left thigh. And pull the knees towards your chest. Stack your hands. You'll press your hands against your knee, pressing the legs away. And then pull the legs towards the hands. And hold. 3, 2, 1. Soften the press. And once again, press the legs away. Pull the legs towards. For 3, 2, 1. Release. Low abdominals engage. Press again. Pulling in. Finding that power. And releasing down. Switching sides. We'll get to stretch it out in a second. Left thigh's on top now. Stack the hands the opposite way. You'll know which way. Feels weird. Press your hands. Legs press away. And then pull your legs towards your chest. And hold. Keep breathing. 2, 1. And soften the pressure. Re-engage. Press and pull. For 3, 2, 1. And release. Last one. Press the hands. Pull the knees. 3, 2, 1. Unwrap the legs. Lengthen the spine. Reach the arms overhead. Good. Pulse one heel, then the other away, lengthening sides of the waist. Good. And then knees bend. Roll over to your right side. And shift back into your downward facing dog. Planting the hands, pressing the heels back and down. Inhaling, lift your right leg. Step your right foot between your thumbs. Whoops. That plan didn't work. Right between your thumbs. And spin the back heel down. Front heel aligns with the back arch. Sweep your left arm forward and up. Warrior 2. I hope this plan can work. Press down through your feet, out and away, and pull your front heel towards your back arch. Hands come to the hips. Look down at your hips and stack your armpits right over your hips. Sink a little deeper into that front shin. Your front shin goes down and out, and your back thigh lifts up and back. Extend the arms. Just keep your focus neutral, looking directly forward. Drop the hips a little lower and lift the crown of the head. Elbows bend. Exhale, pulling in. Inhale, expand the elbows back. Again, exhale, forearms press. And expand back. Last time, press the forearms. Press back. Extend the arms. Front leg lengthens. Bring the back foot in one click. Heel, toe. Reach out through the front hand. Lengthen the underside of the waist. And then lower the hand to the shin. Top hand comes to the hip. Press the hand into the shin and simultaneously the shin into the hand. Roll the top ribs back and the bottom ribs forward. Gaze is neutral, or you might want to turn to look up towards the ceiling. And you may unfurl that top arm. These are all options. And then bring the left hand back down to your hip. Bend the right knee, reach for your block. I could have warned you before. We'll need it. Step it out and launch up into half moon. Reach through the crown of the head and reach through the lifted heel. Roll the top ribs back. Roll the bottom ribs forward. And you may extend the arm overhead. Good. Talking to myself. Good, I caught my balance. It's a little wobbly today for me. Left hand comes back down to the hip, gaze to the floor, soften your knee, and step yourself back to triangle legs. Pivot over the front leg to lunge. Lower the left knee, Ardha Hanuman, extending the front leg. Again, blocks may be nice here underneath the hands. Root the right heel down, press it forward, and pull the right hip back. Feel the tethered ends of that hamstring stretch. Spine is long. Good. Soften into the lunge. Sweep the right leg high, three-legged dog. And lower down to downward facing dog. Left side, left leg sweeps high. Step the left foot right between the thumbs. Spin the back heel down. Circle up and open. This is warrior two. Press the feet down and away. And pull and drag the front heel towards the back arch. Hands come to the hips. Look down at the hips. And stack your armpits right over the hips. Re-extend your spine. Hips sink down. Crown of the head lifts up. Good. And arms open out. And then come to goalpost. Press the forearms together. And expand the forearms. Once again, press the forearms and open. You can add a change in gaze if you'd like. Tuck the chin and lift the gaze. One more for good measure. Stay in the legs and open wide. Arms extend. Stretch the front leg. Bring the back foot in one click, heel, toe. Reaching out and over. That left hip slides back. Left armpit reaches forward. Then bring the hand to the shin, other hand to your hip. Press the hand into the shin and press the shin into the hand. Roll the top ribs back and the bottom ribs forward. Both legs are lengthened, rooting down, pressing out, simultaneously dragging the front heel towards the back arch. That arm may extend overhead. And sweep it back to the hip. Bend the front knee, reach for your block, launch up into half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Start with your gaze down. Press your left foot into the floor, root it down. Roll your top hip open. Roll your top ribs back. Whoops. And your bottom ribs forward. Gaze can stay down at your hand, or maybe you turn to neutral, looking directly forward. Option to release the arm long. Gripping the walls here. And coming out of the pose, hand to hip, gaze to the floor. Step gently back. Triangle pose. Pivot over the front leg, lunging, lower the back knee. And then extend your left leg. Fingertips on the floor on a block. Root the left heel down, press it forward, and pull the left hip crease back. Ooh, it's like a rubber band, tethering both ends of the stretch. If it's too intense, you can soften that left knee. But we are inviting a nice hamstring opener here. Good. Keep pressing that back shin down. Shift forward into your lunge. Three-legged dog. Hands plant, left leg sweeps high. And then lower your feet down. Walk your hands back to your feet. Bend the knees deeply and roll all the way up to stand tall. Good. Coming back down to all fours, I'm going to show you a pose called the Eagle pose. It's eagle on your knees. So you're on all fours. Plant your hands, plant your shins, and find a long spine, reaching out and forward through the crown of your head and lengthening back through your sit bones. Reach the left leg back and high. Lift it up. Lift it a little higher so you can see where it is. There it is. And then bend the knee and tuck the knee behind. I forgot to tell you, blocks are good for this. I'm going to grab mine. Maybe yours are more conveniently located. Okay. So, right knee behind left. Slide your shins out to the sides and walk yourself up to balance on your shins. Make any adjustments you need here. Press your hip points forward. Start with hands on your hips. Armpits right over the hips. Press the shins down. Sweep the arms open. Got your left leg in front, so you're going to have your left arm, you're going to have your opposite arm, your right arm, on top for eagle arms. Cross, and bring the backs of the hands towards each other. Don't do a full wrap. Any issue, reach your fingertips up, squeeze and lengthen. Elbow squeeze, knee squeeze. Good. Breathe here for 3. 2, 1, and release. I didn't really need to count you down there, but I did. Hands to all fours. Right leg reaches long. Come to all fours and do any movement here you'd like. Maybe cat-cow. Maybe rolling the ribs. We'll prepare for the second side. Extend that left leg back. Cross the left knee behind the right. Separate the shins. Walk yourself up to balance on your knees. This side might feel very different. Feels better for me. How about you? Press the hips forward. Stack the armpits right over the hips. And breathe. Arms extend out. Opposite arm on top. Wrap. Squeeze the elbows together. Press the backs of the arms. Reach the fingertips up. Press the shins down into the earth. Fingertips rise. Finding that poise. Finding the centeredness. And release the arms. Coming back to all fours, unwrap the legs. Take any movement you'd like here, a little sahaja through the spine. And then blocks come back. You probably had them where you needed them. It's just me moving around. So coming to all fours, tuck the toes, lift up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale and lift your right leg. Step your right foot to your right thumb. Right hand can help you get there. And step your back foot in a third of the way and spin the heel down. Pyramid pose. Blocks walk in underneath your hands. I like the highest level. Press your arms, lengthen your spine. Pull the right hip back and the left hip forward. Reach through the crown of the head and then reach back through the sit bones. Scissor the inner thighs together.
Good. They are separated spatially, but it's an energetic intention to bring the inner legs together. Walk the left block in, taking triangle with a rotation. Right arm sweeps open. Revolve triangle. Keep pressing the feet down and away and sliding the front heel to the back arch. Inner thighs scissor together and roll the top ribs back and the bottom ribs forward. Right hand comes down, bend the front knee. Coming out of this, just through a standing split, sweep the right leg up and slowly lower all the way down to your lunge, stretching back, Ardha Hanuman. Adding a twist to this, walk the hands over to the right side of that, over to the outside of the right leg, over to the right. Keep pressing the shin down, pushing the heel forward as you pull that same side hip crease back. That would be your right side. Soften into the lunge, sweeping up and back, three-legged dog. Open the hips, bend the knee, let the foot fall towards your butt. Loosely dangle it. Such a weird word, dongle. Inhale up and lower down. Left leg lifts. Step the left foot to the left thumb. Walk the back foot in a third of the way, spin the heel down, pyramid pose, blocks walk in. Lengthen your spine. Press that left foot down and out. Both feet down and out. And then drag the front heel towards the back arch. Scissor the inner thighs together. Reach through the crown of the head, forward and out. And reach through the sit bones, out and back. Good. Again, finding that sense of center, that sense of balance, that sense of rootedness. Walk the block in towards the left foot. Sweep open, revolve triangle. Feet press down and away. And drag the front foot to the back heel. Spin the top ribs back, bottom ribs forward. And maybe take your gaze up to your left thumb. Not if it creates any discomfort in your neck. Gaze can be forward or down. Continue to pull that left hip back, right hip forward, rolling the ribs. Then hands come down, moving through a brief standing split. Right leg rises, and then loft it all the way down, finding half Hanuman. Heel presses down and forward. Same hip crease presses back and up. Hands walk across. Taking this twist here, shin continues to press down. And then walking back to your lunge, three-legged dog. Sweep the left leg high, stack the hips, bend your knee. Oh, there goes my pack. And you can just wag your leg. Good. Inhaling, reaching high, and lower down to downward facing dog. Look forward between your hands. Walk or jump to the top of your mat. Forward fold. Knees bend. And come all the way up to stand. Great. We're going to work on Garudasana, eagle pose. So personally, I like to step onto a hard surface Stepping off of my squishy mat gives me a fighting chance and really balancing here. So recruiting all of these different movements that we just established, and all of that mental focus, really being specific about where we're going, and to feel a sense of rootedness. Hands come to the hips. Feet are parallel hip distance. Root your feet down and lengthen through the crown of the head. Then feel those 2 points connected. Pour your weight into your right leg and lift your left. Bend your right knee, that's your bottom knee, and cross your thighs. Press the shins together. Don't do a full wrap. We want to keep these legs active and sink a little lower in the hips. Good. Garudasana. Make it like an eagle. Sweep the arms out to the side. Opposite arm crosses on top. Press the backs of the arms together. Reach the fingertips towards the ceiling. Sink a little lower. You've ever seen an eagle on its perch? That's what we're creating, that sense of predator focus, ease, and readiness. Squeeze the knees, squeeze the shins. Elbows lift, fingertips lift. Gaze is soft. If you fall out of your perch, just come on back in. Let's sink a little lower. You've got this. Hip creases sink back. Crown of the head lifts up. And then spread your wings, lift your leg, and place your feet down. Take a little shift, side to side. Hands come back to the hips. Second side. Left leg is your standing leg. Right leg lifts. Good. Bend the left leg. Cross the thighs. Squeeze the shins towards each other. Sink a little deeper in the hips. Good. Sit bones reach back. Crown of the head reaches up. Arms sweep out. Good. Left arm on top. Wrap. Squeeze. Don't do a double wrap. You want to keep this more active just for today. Squeeze the arms, squeeze the legs, sink a little deeper. Good. Took a photo of an eagle the other day down at Owens Beach. It's right on the top of a bare pine tree. It's perfectly poised. Finding that stillness, finding that rootedness. Even in a precarious time or precarious location like a top of a tree, eagles are steady and centered. Sink a little lower in the hips. Squeeze the legs, squeeze the arms. And then release your wings, lower down. And it's shifting side to side. Very nice work. We are going to move to our backs now. So you will need a block. Moving through Malasana, feet are wide, maybe about toes pointing to the edges of your mat. Hands in Anjali Mudra, thumbs rest right at the sternum. Then bend your knees, begin to lower down. Keep the heels planted. Maybe that means you're here. Maybe it means you're here. Elbows come inside the knees. Press the elbows into the knees. And press the knees into the elbow. So, both elbows. Telescope the spine. Releasing the arms. Lower yourself down. All the way. Bring a block with you. In your dominant hand, roll all the way to your back. We'll take a single bridge pose, unsupported, and then we will support it
Arms reaching down at the sides. Knees are bent about hip distance. Press into the feet. Roll the hips high. And you're rolling your, having problems here. Rolling your hips up. Engage the backs of the legs. Your hamstrings, your glutes. Press down through the hands. Roll your sternum towards your chin. And slide your chin away from your sternum. Release and roll down. Reach for your block. On whichever level you like, we've got one, we've got two, and we've got three for height. Whichever height you like, I'm going to try 2. Lift your pelvis up, place it underneath your sacrum. Your sacrum is that triangular bone at the base of your spine. Not your low back, that will feel a little crunchy. And then arms soften and breathe. So starting the warm down. This is the counter pose to your eagle. Staying here, or if your body allows, extend one leg long, and then the other leg long. This takes the hip flexors into a deep extension. It can feel really wonderful, or it can feel too much, particularly in the low back, the SI joint, sacroiliac joint, where the pelvis meets the spine. If your knees are extended, bend them. And everyone, lift up. Remove your block and lower yourself down. Rolling up to sit. Grab your 2 blocks. Place one block under each thigh. Soles of the feet are together. Hands on the ankles. Create a nice long spine sitting up tall. Trying to take the roundness out of the low back. Hands come behind you. And lower yourself down all the way onto your back. Supta Baddha Konasana. Supta on your back, down angle. Arms can be lengthened at the sides, or as we began, left hand on your heart, right hand on your abdomen. Releasing down into the earth. Inner line of the legs. Opening. Hands rise and fall with your breath. And then hands come to your outer thighs. Pull the knees together. Knees come into the chest. Squeeze yourself into a tiny little ball, wrapping your arms around your shin. Forehead to the knees. Squeezing in small. And then expand long like a big starfish, reaching your arms and your legs away. Again, exhale, coiling in, squeezing in. And releasing out long. Last time, coiling in. Hug your shins, lift your forehead towards your knees. And then feet release down. Your blocks out of the way. Feet about hip distance. Arms out in a T. Windshield wiper, drop both knees to the right. Pausing here. Breathing into this twist. If you'd like to go a little deeper, lift the right ankle over the left knee, adding a little more weight to that top thigh as you deepen the twist. Top hip, left hip presses forward and down. Reach the left knee down and reach the right arm, left armpit up and away. That whole left side is open. Releasing the cross, slide onto your back. Neutral for a moment, both feet flat, and drop the knees to the left. If you'd like to deepen the twist, cross the left ankle over the right knee, adding a little more weight. Right hip presses forward and down. Top knee reaches down. Right armpit reaches up, lengthening that whole right side. Release the cross, rolling onto your back. Again, pulling yourself into a tiny little ball, squeezing in. Happy baby pose. Reach inside your knees for the outer feet. Soles of the feet reach towards the ceiling. Head softens back. Knees are wide. I like to take a pulse here, pedaling through one knee, then the other. Gently rocking side to side, massaging the low back. Sacral bones, like the keystone in the body. Keep it nice and healthy so it can support the weight of your life. And then coming back to center, lengthen yourself out long for your Shavasana. Let the legs fall open, arms lengthen down your sides, palms shine up, fingertips gently curl in. If you want to add something to stay warmer, or throw a blanket over you, any props you may need to support you, please take them now. So you have 5 minutes here in your Shavasana.
Allow your body to release. Supported by the earth. Shavasana is your opportunity to absorb all the efforts of your practice. Your eagleness, poised, ready, balanced and centered. Let that eagleness flow through your body, touching all edges of yourself, tips of your fingers, ends of your toes, tops of your ears. Begin to deepen your breath, slowly pulling yourself back to the surface. Create some movement in your fingers and your toes. And gently rock your head from side to side. Sweep your right arm overhead like a soft apostrophe and roll on to your right side, pausing there. Use your arm as a pillow. Pausing, acknowledging the transition as you re-enter the world after your yoga class, pressing up to a comfortable seat. Bringing your hands together in Anjali Mudra, thumbs rest at the sternum. Lengthen your spine, bow your head to your hands. Thank yourself for making this time for your yoga. I thank you for trusting me to guide you. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining us. Again, my name is Kara. And hopefully I'll see you around one of the Yoga Wild classes coming up. I'm here on Tuesdays and Fridays. Okay. Hang in there. We'll see you soon.